What's up, everybody? Today we're going to look at The Rumble by Link Wray. I believe this song was actually the first song recorded with distortion. I believe it was from a broken amp. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But this song is really great for beginners who want to do like the basic open chords, but not have a difficult rhythm to play. Most of it is just quarter notes and whole notes. And then there's kind of a mini solo with an E minor pentatonic scale. So it's a great way to get you into learning a scale that's actually used a lot in rock and roll. And then stay for the end because there's one other little trick at the end that I'll show you. So let's jump right in. So at the beginning we have a D major chord. So first finger on the third string, second fret, middle finger on the first string, second fret, and then ring finger on the second string, third fret. Should look like a triangle or a pyramid. And you're going to start from the fourth string and strum down. And you'll do that 2 times for 2 quarter notes. So, and then we switch into an E major chord. So that's middle finger on string 5, fret 2, ring finger right underneath that on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then index finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret. And this one you'll strum all 6 strings. So here, you'll see on the sheet music, it's a whole note tied to a half note. So it's 6 beats, but don't count to 6. It's better typically to count to 4 and then another 2. You generally don't want to get in the habit of counting past the number 4, except for some more complicated stuff. So from the beginning, we've got 2 Ds. And then right after that, it's going to repeat the exact same thing. So on beats 3 and 4, another 2 D majors, and then an E. So I'll play that whole first line all the way through. 1, 2. So on to the next measure. Now we have 2 D chords, just like before, but now we're going to go to an A major chord. So we'll start with the 2 Ds. And then we have our A chord, which is index finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, middle finger on the next string, same fret, and then ring fingers, same as before, putting on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. So you're cramming all 3 fingers in a small space. Also holding this chord for 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we're going to go back to the D, D, E. So now we're on the next measure, which is measure 9. And we have 2 D majors again. And now here we have this bulky B7 chord. So this chord, you're going to use all 4 fingers. So middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, index finger on the 4th string, 1st fret, ring finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then the pinky is going to be on string 1, fret 2. So make sure you have a nice arch to your fingers so you don't block that 2nd string. Now for this measure, you might see in the sheet music here where it's in 6/4 time signature. It looks scary on paper, but really you're just counting to 6 in this example. So you'll have beats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and instead of strumming it all the way through, on the first beat you'll play the 5th string by itself, and then you'll strum through the next 4 strings. But for that strum, you want to make it a little bit more special than just cutting through it like a laser. You're going to kind of fan out the notes so they spread out a bit more. And again, that count would be beats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then here we have our first mini solo with an E minor pentatonic scale going from the skinny strings to the fat strings. So it's descending. So this part starts on the 1st string, and I would recommend using your ring finger on the 1st string. and then 0. Next string, 3. Next note is 0. Then to the next string, 2. With the middle finger. And then open. Next string, 2. Then open. Next string, 2. Then open. And then we have this 3 here. So this has a bend. So it's also a very good introduction to doing a bend, which is used in rock solos all the time. So what I recommend is starting with your ring finger and letting your middle finger join in that 3rd fret to help support this bend. And all you're gonna do is play this note and then drag the string towards the floor. Now this is another thing where there's a little bit of nuance to it. You don't wanna just bend like a laser beam and go straight to the note. You wanna give it a little attitude and scoop into it, kind of like a blues singer. Now don't overbend either. You don't want to go out of tune, so. And then when you reach that note, you end with the 6th string open. So let me go through that E minor pentatonic section. Now you'll also notice 2 other things. The rhythm of this section is 8th note triplets. So you get that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then end on there. So that's a bit different from the rest of it, where everything's just quarter notes and very even. Now we've got these groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And I also recommend alternate picking through here. If you have to, you can down pick it. But over time, you're going to want to alternate pick something like this. So down, up, down, up. And then once we leave that E minor pentatonic scale, we play 2 D major chords again. And then it wraps around to the beginning. You've got the repeat sign there. So let me play that all in total, because you're going to repeat that multiple times through the song. 1, 2. So now for the next section, here's like the additional bonus here. There is, where would normally be a solo or a bridge, you can continue playing this and it'll still sound fine, but what they do on the recording is that they're sliding into this little E major triad. So, and they're doing a tremolo strumming. So let me show you how to do that. So this is also a good introduction to a simple-ish bar chord. So you're gonna take your index finger and up to the 12th fret and squeeze down both skinny strings, the E and the B string. So if you're there, you're most of the way to the full triad, and then you're gonna take your middle finger on the 3rd string, 13th fret. So it should sound like this. Nice and clean like that, no muted notes. The other 2 techniques that go with this, you'll see in the music there are these slash lines. That's what's called a slide from below. So that's where you can slide from really anywhere. I wouldn't recommend starting from the 1st fret, but wherever your hand kind of naturally falls, maybe the 7th fret, or maybe even the 9th fret. It's more about with a slide from below, it's more about the feel of the slide, not necessarily from one destination to another, what you would see with most slides, but it's more of the feeling. And it does that every 2 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's halfway there. The other new technique in this, if you want to try, is tremolo strumming. You'll normally see tremolo picking, where you pick like that very fast, but now we're going to hit 3 strings at the same time. D chords, and then starting the form back over again from the beginning. So this tremolo strumming, what I do, find what works for you with the angle of the pick, but what I do is I'm angling my pick this way, where it's angled this way. And I am using the heel of my hand to block the fatter strings, so in case if you miss, as you're getting used to this, you won't hit these extra strings. It'll sound a little bit muddy. So that's the bridge section and the entire song. So what's nice about this one is it's exactly how he plays it on the record. There's really no variation at all. There's nothing simplified. It's exactly how it's played. And with it being an instrumental song, it's a really great song to play early on in your journey of playing guitar and sound exactly like the record. So it's a good win, and you probably, maybe you've heard this if you've seen Pulp Fiction. I know it was in that movie. I think Jimmy Page just came out with a new version of his double neck, and the commercial that Gibson used, they used the Rumble here by Link Wray in the advertisement. So it has made its way into pop culture a little bit, so it's an awesome song. I hope you enjoy it. Follow, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I'm open for private lessons, so you can always go to my website to check that out at levelupyourguitar.com. Catch you later.